Hi, it's me again. And I'm kind of tired of writing, so I am going to post a blog about Mr. Igor. Now, this will count for my blog a day for the month of May, and so enjoy. But let's get down to business. So I last left Igor at Wells Fargo Financial when I worked in collections. And eventually Jenny had a nervous breakdown and quit. Sorry that I said that, but oh well, Jenny, I think you'll be okay. We kind of lost track of him because we no longer had access to his account information. So I'm the kind of person that doesn't forget easily, and I'm a naturally curious person, as a former roommate put it, which is also nosy. I'm the kind of person that will look up stuff with all kinds of nifty online resources. Google is my best friend. Whitepages.com, Facebook, or MySpace. So, Jenny and I were discussing the different strange collection stories a few weeks ago, and I decided, hey, I wonder if I could find what happened to Igor just by looking online at the free resources available to me on White Pages or MySpace. So one day I got a little bit bored, and I decided to do some research. I remembered the part of Alabama that Igor lived in, so I searched by his first and last name and his location in Alabama and found him. So he had a MySpace profile. And on this profile, the top person was the same name as the person on the account with Igor, his wife, with the same unusual spelling. So now what I'm going to read to you is Igor's profile. And why I really believe he was lying, besides the fact that his stories were completely unbelievable in the first place. But now I have tangible evidence that Igor was not everything that he claimed to be. And I find a few more interesting things on his profile that make me want to say a few things to Igor, but we'll get to the findings first. So, on this particular MySpace profile, I found Mr. Igor and Mrs. Igor, happily married, with two handsome young sons. Mr. Igor claims to be 39 years old, living in Alabama, near Athens. A 39-year-old male, I already said that. Anyway, okay. He is a cook, which would match working with Captain D's. And let's see, scroll down, computer, please. He is a Christian. He loves Southern gospel and country music. He loves singing the praises of God. He loves preaching God's word, and he is a volunteer with DHS. Okay. His background is of a cross. He has an application on his Facebook called Bear My Cross, and it is rather alarming to me as I look through his family photos to discover that his son's name is Johnny, but there are no other family members there. There are lots of beautiful, loving pictures with him and his lovely wife, Sabrina, but nothing else. So I decide to look up Mrs. Igor, Sabrina, and she says she's married on her profile, 31 years old, and she works as a bank teller, which Mrs. Igor's, or Mrs. X Igor rather, as they claimed, was stated to be on the account with Wells. And from those photos, she appears to be happily married. I find everything from photos of the children to their nieces and nephews, brothers and sisters, to photos that seem to indicate that they are a happy, healthy, thriving Christian family. Now, the one sad thing I find about these photos, once again, nothing with Johnny. What gives? Now, Mr. Igor, I have some questions for you. Why do you claim to be a good Christian man and lie to collectors like that? Don't care whether or not it's a collector, but it's not a good testimony for Jesus Christ to be a flaming liar. Okay, I can imagine it might be fun to play tricks with the people on the phone, but you don't dodge your debts like that. You confront them, you pay them back, you declare bankruptcy, you handle them responsibly. You do not, I repeat, do not call people and say that you are a servant in a basement of your ex-wife's house. And, sir, I would also like to know, where's Johnny? So, Igor, I hope you learned your lesson well and that you are truly a soldier for Jesus Christ and you're not just pretending to be. And thank you for helping me to hold myself accountable to my actions. I'm a banker. I'm not very good with my own money. I'll admit that. But it's a reminder to me to be honest and to be forthright and to be a good steward. So, Mr. Igor, if you can ever find me this vlog, and recognize your story, please know that there was a little girl that lived in Iowa that was not impressed by your story, and she's not still is not impressed by your conduct. So, take that to heart. And for all of you out there, be careful. If you have an account with Wells Fargo Financial, watch out, because there might be a collector like me that never forgets you and will look you up, even if they're not collecting the debt. Signing off as one of the world's craziest, most stalkery-like females that have probably ever come across the planet. That would be me, Emily. Enjoy your evenings, folks, and I hope you appreciated the ramblings. Talk to you later.